Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to SPW playing Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Well, today I plan on talking like this for some reason, and I think I know the reason why, because I think we're gonna do some challenges for some reason. I don't know what this voice has to do with that, but we're gonna do it anyway. Alright, curse challenge, no problem. We got our speed up pill. We also got more speed because of Mini Mush. So this one's an interesting challenge because all the normal doors that don't lead to like special rooms and things like that are replaced with like curse doors. Or, actually, yeah, curse rooms, not curse rooms. What do we call them normally? I think is that what we call them? I'm completely losing my mind. Well, you know what I mean. The doors that hurt you upon entry. So it's the what is going on. It's already 2/3 of bookworm. Not like it matters too much, but you know, whatever. So the idea here, I mean, you also get all the mapping stuff on the right side, so you can see the entire map, which helps you plan out your little path. And it also helps when the boss is like one floor from or is one room for the starting spot. So I guess we don't really have to go that way. But this shouldn't be too bad of a challenge. We should be able to do this and do another one as a double whammy-esque. Go away. There we go. I've been doing some more dailies. That's not been a fun thing. I mean, they're kind of fun. I did the Valentine's Day daily yesterday. And it was one of those, for anyone that does the dailies, and I may not have explained it because I haven't done a daily on this, which I don't intend to until I have to. But, oh, please don't touch me. Thank you, I guess. So, sometimes it'll just be like a normal run, and they pick different characters to use and things like that. But sometimes they're curated, so that means that they pick certain, certain items that spawn, certain items you start with. That is an okay pill. Let us continue. So the only tricky thing is that double deals are probably not going to happen. It would take quite a bit of quite a bit of planning to do that. Go away. There we go. The other thing I'm worried about with the dailies, especially on the Switch version, is I need a key to get in there, is the thing. Like, I'm supposed to do 30 dailies to get the last item I need to unlock, but I don't know if it's counting because I can't tell how many dailies I've done. Obviously, I've done 30 from the first time I needed to, which was, oh, this isn't funny. Oh well, goodbye double deal. Don't skip. Never mind. I'm not taking Dunce Cap. This isn't a zany kind of run. It's already got a little inherent zane. Just hit the dude. See if I care to just hit the dude. There we go. Alright, cool. I mean, I would like that bomb, but it costs a bomb to get that bomb. So it looks like we're just gonna be speedrunning this one today. It's just gonna be, you know, we have to think about what rooms we want to go into. I don't think I failed this challenge. Maybe early on. I should probably keep this just to be safe. Alright, I ain't afraid of that. And so on the Valentine's Daily, they had, like, you got the little Pokeball item that lets you capture dudes, and you got Charm Tiers, so it's basically the Pokego challenge without the actual Pokego item. Go away. I got a deal. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's a pretty good. Having more Spirit Hearts is going to be nice. I mean, it's probably. I mean, I guess this is a little bit of inherent zane now. Make things a little bit riskier, shall we? Still no bombs, so I guess we out. Alright, well, I'm excited. So, the reason I was talking in that voice, which, I mean, it seemed like it was pretty good. Do I want to go in there? Sure. Never mind. Oh, I was going to say, it's like, let me through. I need to get a key, but let's try going this way. We need items if we plan to succeed in this run. So, a real common, like, TV show that my grandparents watch is this, like, it's called Grit. It's it's got westerns, and it's got like older like action show. What are you doing to me? Alright. This challenge is going pretty well, I guess. I mean, I guess the nail is still better, right? Unless I want more cubes of meat, which I don't really. Because, I guess I'll keep the nail then. Going. Wait, does this affect my double deal chance? It does affect my double deal chance. Okay, so they are basically one and the same. Because the nail gives you extra damage, but kills your speed a little bit. And Book of Revelations gives you a better deal chance, so yeah. I was gonna say still no bombs, but we have had bombs. I don't want to go over there, not have a key, and then just like be sad. Yeah, let's just leave. We already got pretty good items so far. Going. And so like there's all kinds of like classics on there. Like you got like their tagline is television with backbone. So I guess watching like Modern Family and stuff isn't exactly having a backbone, which I guess I can understand where they're coming through with that. But a lot of Walker, Texas Ranger, shows like that, which is kind of cool because you know, I don't really know when that show was like at the height of its time. So I think it was before my time, like before my like you know being a kid. Because being a kid sounds like that's exactly the kind of time to watch that kind of thing. Although, I don't know, I guess it was a pretty, you know, rough show. Do I want the super secret room or another spirit heart? Let's roll the dice. There we go. Go away. I don't even know what I'm supposed to unlock from this. Hopefully it's another, I mean, I can't even think of what rooms I don't have unlocked. There we go. Oh, we got a key. Oh, it was. Let's play that now. Probably should have put it there though, because I do like using that spot. These guys can be annoying. What was that? That was my phone. But they also play like old, like Western shows. Wait, AWAS, Hagwas. I mean, AWAS. Alges or Perthrow. I mean, Alges and Perthrow. Alright. Alges can at least be used for like a boss fight, or at the worst case scenario to create, you know, one more door for us to go through. But I don't think we'll have to worry about that. Okay, you were in a very bad spot. Oh. That guy had the aimbot on or something. Oh gosh, okay. No, that's fine. He can't shoot anymore, I don't think. Oh, he can. And one of the shows, and I do like watching Walker, Texas Ranger because they have some corny stuff on there. One I spoofed for a like a roleplay plot that I did. Oh, got my key. That's a little too zany for me. I'm sorry. I would like to at least keep some of these. I'm just gonna re-roll you boys. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, that already makes me feel better. Oh no! Okay. Oh wait, hold on. That probably wasn't worth it. I thought I completely broke the challenge wide open. Because you know when you go into like a curse room door, you can, like if you're flying, you get in for half price. But that obviously doesn't count. Let's just keep going. So I don't know. It might have been worth, you know, not worth the two heart containers, but it's not like I have many ways to replenish that HP anyway. And I was watching one of the shows on yesterday. Ooh, Hemolacria. I don't see that too often yet. Alright. I would also like a bomb, if that's possible. And we're watching this like old western called Montana Belle, which is already kind of like a lot of these westerns have like some pretty cool plots. Like, each time I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. I don't want that secret room. I'm starting to, my HP's starting to dry up. I'm not a fan. There we go. No, I totally forgot about the super secret room, and I really am going to feel bad if I lose this run. Alright, just hang on to the bomb. There'll be other super secret rooms. Yikes. So, in it, and I don't know, is this like a popular movie? I don't know, maybe you guys know the plot on this one, but I imagine it's one of those, you know, not very well known kind of movies. So, there's this guy, and he's like the hero guy, but there's also this woman, and I know, it's getting into the complicated stuff now. The woman is actually like a really, like, you know, really, a really infamous outlaw. She's got a really high bounty on her head. But she's like, I just want to give up that life. Thank you for your growth hormones. And so, and they like to meet each other and like, oh yeah, we're just gonna marry and it's gonna be great. But I also missed like most of the movie. But the only thing I like really cared about from the movie was, is that the boss? What is the boss doing there? That's not a very boss-like place. It's kind of secluded away. Listen, I need you to perish. Go away. Nice. Alright. Do this. But the only reason I found the movie, I mean, besides the plot being, you know, totally, like, at least a little bit interesting. Tears down. Okay. Oh. I am going to die. That's not good. I'd really appreciate it if I didn't die. I'm just either, I mean, I know exactly where I went wrong. I took Book of Revelations instead, or basically when I took the nail instead of keeping the heart, I kind of doomed myself. I think my damage is enough to get through the mom fight. It's definitely not worth, you know, losing out on more of this HP. The dude had like one of those, like, you know, it sounds like he wasn't all there, but he was also apparently just really good at, you know, doing cowboy stuff, like lassos and stuff like that. And so, like, he's like this guy's sidekick, and he like drives like the coach and stuff like that. And he, hold on, I gotta remember how he did the voice. And I can't like explain it with other actors because I don't know other actors' names, and I also don't know anyone that quite sounded like this. Probably it doesn't help that I'm trying to play a video game at the same time as this, but you know. Oh, thank you for spirit arts. Lovely. All right, off we go. He kind of sounded like this, but it wasn't exactly as I don't know. Kind of similar, but also kind of not similar. I was trying to see if I could get through that course room door there, but apparently not fast enough. So apparently it is called a curse door, because I am saying it reflexively now. But I just don't want you hurting my friend Billy Joe here, because he's the main character and I really wouldn't like that. He basically said something similar to that. Like he lassos this bad guy's like gun out of his hand. And then just says something like, oh, don't mind who you kill, as long as you don't kill Jim Bob. I'm a little bit happy with that voice. So I was just like, well, this guy's incredible at his job. He's a badass. He just sounds like a loser is all. Go, oh, there's just the one hand. I always get confused on that because I feel like there's supposed to be a second one. I am taking this. I mean, I'm glad the run's over. I hope you guys like the episode. Don't worry, I'll do another challenge. Just some short ones there. Which is probably good because I've run into I mean, I've already talked about it on Isaac videos, but apparently Shadowplay records its stuff too well, and the file size is huge, so I had to figure out how to like encode stuff using Handbrake. And there's this whole story with another program that wasn't Handbrake that I got ripped off on, but I'm still a little salty about it, so I don't one too. The big trouble is, like, the story ends with me being too lazy to act. Sure. Alright. So we'll do this, and then we'll do one of the other shorter challenges. I don't know which ones that would be, but I'm hoping to find out. Oh, go away. There you go. You know what? I will tell the story. Because I need something, oh, I just go do boss rush. That sounds fun. What do we get? Credit card. That's a really good card. Challenges. And one of these is tougher than the other. I think. Let's just do slow roll. I mean, that might take us to Mom's Heart, so it might be a little bit of a longer. Oh no, it's Mom's Foot. Oh, it's a big old tear. Okay, that's fine. So, I look into encoding because I'm like, hey, Google, my videos, they're too big. YouTube takes like 6 million years to download them. What do I do? And like the top answer's like, from Reddit. Sure, go in here. Good to go. And this is fine. Because I can do this. Nice. I got the bomb back. And we got more bombs. So yeah, so Reddit was like, it's the standard like, hey, I have a question. Can someone help me answer it? And someone's like, yeah, here's your answer, which is amazing. It's good to know that there's still good people in the world. And so they say it's like, yeah, there's this, like, you can get an encoder, it'll make the file size smaller, and if you do it right, it shouldn't lose any quality. There's this really good one called Handbrake, and I'm like, okay, cool, Handbrake. And so I'm looking into it, and so I do my standard thing, and like, okay, Google, find me Handbrake, and like Handbrake video encoder, blah 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 blah. And so like one of the top ones was an ad, and I was like, yeah, this is Handbrake, and I'm like, oh good, Handbrake. And so I go on to there, and it's like, yeah, this is a video encoder. I'm like, oh good, yeah, that's what Handbrake's supposed to be. It's fine. So I go on there and I download it. And it's like, yep, this is our video encoder. I'm like, wait, where's the name Handbrake? Maybe that's not its actual name. Maybe that's just, you know, something it goes by. That is probably okay. Like maybe it doesn't. Maybe Handbrake's not its actual name. Maybe it's like a handbrake, or maybe it's like a handbrake. Maybe it's like a nickname. And so, you know, do that, and everything's fine. And then a little bit later, like when I go to like, you know, encode my first video, it's like, oh hey, just to let you know, you're only doing the trial version. You need to, like, you know, buy it if you want to, you know, use it. And so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. And so I go into the packages, and you can either buy 1 year for like $40, or you can have it forever for $50. And I'm like, well, I want to make sure I actually end up doing this for a long time before, you know, spending that $10 extra. So I'm like, I'll just buy the 40. And so it's like, okay, that's cool. And so everything's cool. And then I realize that the name on like this video thing is called like Wonder something or something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's not Handbrake. I mean, at least it is a video compressor, but then I go back onto the first Google result with the dude talking about it. It's like, yeah, Handbrake's free. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean I didn't have to buy this? And so I'm looking into like doing the return, and like I'm getting like you had to go to like another website, things like that. So at this point I'm like, oh no, I see what's going on here. And like the place was like legit as it could be for something that was, you know, basically pretending to be a different software. And I'm like, and so the return policy is like, I understand where they're coming from, the return policy, but at the same time I'm really mad. So I'm like, okay, so the return policy is, well, if you don't like it, that's why we had a free trial period. So if you didn't like it, why did you buy it? because we gave you a free trial. Like, you can return it if it literally does not function on your computer. But if it's fine, we're not, like, if you bought it by mistake, we're not giving you the money back. Because it's a little hard to buy something by mistake. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. Health up pills, pretty nice. So, I'm like, there's a spot where you can go for like the customer support. Like, you can email them. I'm like, hey, and this is, you guys know how this works. You go into it and you try to, like, okay, I know I'm in the wrong here, but I need to sound like I'm in the right. So you gotta word it the right way, like a genie in the bottle. You gotta word me the right way. And so I'm like, hey, so the software, it's fine, but and another thing with it, which also gives it the nice shady factor. Sure, I'll take Gimpy. It says, like, I got an email from, what is it called? PayPal, because that's what I used to pay for all my online stuff, because I'm lazy, again. And I say, and it says, hey, just wanted to remind you, you did this recurring payment. Each year you're going to pay $40 to this company. I'm like, what's? No, PayPal. What do I do? Tell me to fix this. And it's like, no, that's fine. You can just go into your settings and fix it. Just make sure to also give, you know, these guys a call. Or, you know, contact these guys. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. So now I'm like, okay, now I have leverage. They did something wrong. Besides the whole, you know, I downloaded the wrong software because you called it the wrong software. But I don't know. They could, I mean, when you think about it, like, they have all kinds of excuses out of it. I don't have as many. Mine, because, like, if I say, well, Google told me that you were that you were advertising with a different name. Well, when you downloaded it with the free trial, if we had a different name, why did you still continue if you wanted a different software? And I'm like, well, yes, but basically, I mean, that might have also just been me, like, overthinking it and being paranoid. But come on, I think they're pretty good at that kind of thing at this point. So I end up wording it like so. Hey, PayPal just told me that I'm going to be paid, or that I'm going to be paying you each year, and I didn't sign up for that. I find this very bad. Can you get me off the recurring payment, and can I get a refund, because I don't basically I don't trust you. And like, the trouble is that if you call for the refund, or if you just call for like the payment thing, if you just say, hey, I would like to get my payment thing, or I would like a refund, they'd just be like, oh, we're just gonna give you the refund. Or no, we're just gonna give you the payment thing back. Where is my item room? Is there item rooms on this? I don't think there is. There is not, I'm starting to think. Hey, humbling. That's pretty good. What do we got? Moving box. Hey, wait a minute. And NL says that's a bad item. I don't like. This is my first time actually using moving box, because I just unlocked it recently on the Switch version, and now I'm just like, well, this is weird. Sure. Yeah, sure. All right. And so, like, they get back to me like a little bit late, like a couple days later, and by then my temper's cooled and my laziness is set back in, and they're like, oh yeah, so first what all you had to do is go into PayPal and turn off the recurring payment. We can't do that because we have no right to be in your thingy, and to be in your PayPal, because basically, oh yeah, you don't trust us. Oh, I want all that stuff. Oh man, because that's got battery chargers in there. I can make a lot of use out of that. Take these. Oh yeah, moving box is okay with me. just gonna destroy this boss. Oh, never mind. 2 hits. Or not. Nice. Sure, more HP. I'll flip and play your game. Hopefully this, like, it remembers from floor to floor what was in the box. Like, I could see all kinds of stuff you can do with this. Like, this helps with, like, a game-breaking sort of thing. If you get something like cursed dice, which is whenever you take damage, a random dice effect happens, and you get, like, D20, and, like, all kinds of stuff happens. This helps. Okay, play this smarter. There we go. Oh, gee, thanks. Hopefully if I put the thing down too, it doesn't mind. Tap a card. Sure, you can have my money. And so basically I just didn't feel like, and like they even said, like, yeah, if you have other troubles, just let us know. And I'm like, you dodged around the question. I respect that. So I didn't end up doing anything else. I was even gonna put on their website like a review, like, oh yeah, this software, I don't know, could be good, could be bad, but as soon as I found out that, you know, they weren't Handbrake, I stopped using it because that's kind of scummy. But unfortunately, human laziness has prevailed once again, and I am now short $40. But yeah, which is like, everyone's kind of got their own lazy index of how much money do I have to be out of before I'm mad? Or, well, I mean, I was mad, but before I, you know, continue to do something about it until, like, the trouble is that I know I'm in the wrong. So, I mean, yes, I know that we're both in the wrong, but they're the company, so, oh good, it remembers. I will take you, and I will take you. Oh, not this way. Let's see here. I do want to get back into that arcade. Oh, I don't like this room. This room's gonna take 5 million years. Because my lazy index is pretty high. Like, depending on how, like, difficult it is to get the situation fixed, like, if it involves, like, a phone call, I could probably be down, like, obviously $40, and it'd be, you know, something I don't want to worry about. But also, I'm way more charismatic in text than I am in speaking, as you guys can probably tell, because, you know, what? Alright. Sure, I think the hitbox on the tier is big enough for Orbo Swarm to beams. I also remembered his name is still best now. I don't know. Never mind. Oh, I was gonna say I remember who the name of this guy's voice is, but I don't think his name is Sylvester Stallone. I think it might be Sylvester Stallone, but I don't want to be wrong. It's the thing, so yeah, it's basically how that goes. Don't touch me. Okay, that's enough of that. All right, Ouroboros Swarm, you're slowly losing faith with me here. Get this trash out of here. Like, if you stack up all that money and put it into like a index fund where you get 28% cash back over the course of 15 years, that's a very, very small meme from the Binding of Isaac online series. There we go. Get that guy. But if it's just if it's a matter of like something I can like just return to a store, I mean, it helps that I work at the store. Oh, there's just nothing in here, huh? All right, cool. Glad I came all the way back. We can't go in there. I do want to find the shop. What is this? I don't like that. Smack him. Yeah. Go away. What do you mean you're not dead? What do you mean you're not dead? I guess that's fine. I just really need you guys to die is the thing. Thank you. Okay. Did I go to the shop yet? I did. It was not that it was great. I remember now. Let's sleep. Cool. So that was a fun floor. But as far as like returning stuff, how are you guys on the whole like returning thing? It helps when I work at a store, so I know that the returning policy is like really soft and not soft, but loose. We return. We're nicer about it. It's basically how it goes. Oh, what's this? What does this say? Sorry, one sec. Oh, good. Got my stuff back. Yeah, just take those. Like, moving box with, like, an ace card could be really good. Really slow, but also really good. Oh, that went really well. So, like, especially if I'm there, like, over the course of, like, 8 hours on average, then I could be like, oh, good. I'll just buy something and then return it at the end of the day. And as long as I don't, like, as long as I have my receipt and bring it back the proper way, I can't get in trouble. I mean, morally, it's kind of up for debate, but, so for example, that's all kinds of crazy with that. Can I just take these? Let's... oh ho ho. Moving box. You are so sneaky. We just take the items. Also steals a great pill. We just take the items from the boss trap. Oh no. Sure. Quarter. Without even fighting the enemies. Aha! What just like the combat just starts up in here. Algins. It's a fine item. Where is this boss? This is not what I want. I don't want that either. Get this out of here. I want the important part. There we go. So a lot of times I'll just... We're fine. Oh, okay. Algins again. Okay, cool. Like, for example, what if I left my phone charger at home? Well, just leave your phone on airplane mode. No, I'm gonna play on my phone. I've got YouTube to watch and record on, but I can't do that at work because that'd be dumb. And we also just don't have computers with Binding of Isaac put on them. Yeah. Hold on. What if I do this? Do that? Oh, there was an enemy. If there wasn't an enemy, you would have known I would have been right there. So I'll buy it, like, both parts of the charger for like $15 or so, because like they're not super cheap, but they're also not like super expensive. Wait. No, yeah. Wait, no. Do these. Thank you. Alright, let's just... Well, no. Well, anyway, no, there's no item room, so... Let's just continue on. We might even make boss rush, which would be fine, because this is a strong run. I mean, the run was already strong. Like, Proptosis... Not Proptosis, Polyphemus. All the bandages, right. I will buy both of these. Packed. Book Black. I don't want Book Black. I want my moving box. My new favorite item. Something else you could do. You could take like a spike chest into like a mimic chest, and you could bring it into like a blood bank. Oh man. Infested telepills. Don't want anything to do with that. Yikes. Infested pill. But then I'll just use it over the course of the day, and then when I'm about to leave, I'll just return it, and it's great. And I can just test out stuff and decide, like, you know what, I don't want this. Which, you know, the return policy is pretty nice, and it helps that I'm like a worker there, so they'll be like, oh, this guy's trustworthy. He works here. He wouldn't possibly try to screw us. The worst thing I've done, and like this is potentially very scummy. So they have these portable battery banks that hold I can't steal from the store using the box. It will, like, it charges your phone without having to be plugged into the wall, and you just charge the mobile battery, you know, after the fact, like, you know, when you need to charge it. So basically, you charge that, and then you can have like a portable little charger to keep with you at all times. Oh yeah, just run right into him. Ha. Yikes. Okay, deal with the hands. Take variables out of this. Thank you, spider. Oh, these spiders are amazing now that I think about it. Hold on. Nice. Go in here. I did it again. I took the little black heart. I'm still hoping for those where there's no combat. I steal the items and leave, though, only using one spirit heart. Nice. Oh, spiders. Yeah. Nice. Smack that guy. Thank you. So, like, and these things come pre-charged. So, what I'll do, I'll use them, and then when I don't need them anymore, I'll just return them without charging them. So, yeah, very, very scummy. But, like, hey, the customer's always right, right? No, they're not. I had someone yesterday when I was working. This was a particularly interesting one. Our store has always been like a little bit of a target for people trying to steal, but recently it's been getting a little bit worse. We still have an unknown caper that is taking, like, we have these plastic cases that we can put games in, or like movies, to protect them so that they just can't like pop it open and take the disc and leave. No, I want to do boss rush. And the Krampus fight, apparently. I'm gonna do boss rush because I want to keep on this tangent. So we are get out of here. I need a name for that. Proptosis. What are you talking about with hundreds of the maximum damage? Oh no! Oh, that's not fun. Only here, folks. I think it made the hitbox bigger though, so that's cool at least. Don't touch me, small man. So, or maybe it just made it look bigger. Maybe it's just okay. This is no longer a fun boss rush. Go away. One of the and I've had a few run-ins with some thieves. Not anyone just like taking a thing and running. But we did see once, like, you know how they have like those like theft detector things like on the doors, so that if someone goes through with an unauthorized item, then it's just like, hey, this guy's stealing something. But like 90% of the time, it's just a cashier forgot to take off the security thing, or like forgot to. What we do, because most of those are like stuck to the item, we remove it from the like we swipe it across like this like magnet thing, so it deactivates. So and then they can just keep it, go, stay away. I mean, I might as well just use algaes, because I mean this is the end of the run. And once there was a guy that just like as soon as the theft detector went off, he just booked it. And he was like an old, like, you know, not an older guy, but he was like 30, 40. Like, typically our standard theft age group is like 15 to 25, we'll say. And so a couple of days ago, I had one of the classics. This is a guy that's like, hey, I want to buy this item. And we're like, here you go. And so his plan is to, after you like lock the thing up in the case, then, or depending on like what the item is. So for example, in this case, it was a little speaker. So you take it, so you can, so you get it unlocked, and then you say, and then he'll say, oh cool, thank you. And then and then he can just like walk out the door with it, unless you're one step ahead somewhere. You say, oh, I can get this checked out for you, back in electronics, just so you don't try to walk off with it or anything. And then he'll say, oh, well, I left my wallet in this place, so I need to go get it. If you could just leave that here for me, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever. And then step 2 kicks in. This one's way out of line. This guy, like, once I had a guy, like, after I left, it was there at the counter, like, behind something, like, you know, hidden. Yeah, but he walked behind the counter and took it while I was gone. So that's step 2. So what you do to stop this, you say, you like lock it up, or you put it in like a cabinet or something. And then when he comes, so, you know, after he's been sufficiently foiled, then he's like, oh, I didn't know it was that expensive. I'm just gonna put it back. I'm like, yeah, sure, bud. Whatever you say. Yesterday's was really good, though. I was cashiering, and this lady had, and this was like an older lady. And it's actually like the older ladies that are like the age group for women. I don't know why. It just is. And so, like, she brings up this toy, and it's kind of like, it's not even a good toy. It's just like a set of like magnetic tiles. And she's like, hey, or like, I'm talking to this other guest that I'm checking out. And like, we're talking about like a policy, but kind of just like, we're talking about like an app and stuff like that. And this person is like, it's kind of related because it was like a policy about an app. And she's like, yeah, it also turns out you can't return stuff unless you have, like, your ID. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. Either that, or if you have your receipt, or, like, the card you paid for it with. She's like, yeah, I just didn't know. And so, like, she seemed okay with it. And so she put the toy on the conveyor belt, which is her, this is her fault. Or not her fault, but you see how it goes. What's our unlock? Swallow penny, hey. And I'll explain the rest here. So she puts the thing on the counter, like, to get checked out, and I go to check it out, and she's like, oh, I already bought it because I tried to return it. And I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, well, I didn't say that. I'm like, you know what, sure. Because why, if she bought it already, why'd she put it on the conveyor belt? Force of habit, perhaps? You know, for the stuff that you haven't bought yet. And so I'm like, alright, you know, whatever. And I told the security guy after she left. And so she comes back an hour, or so, you know, everything's fine. And then an hour later, the security guy tells me, oh yeah, she came back. She went to guest service and was like, hey, can I return this, or can I exchange it for something? And the guest service person was like, no, because the security guy told me you stole it. And she was like, well, can I just get it exchanged for like diapers or something? And so the security guy was like, I can't believe this crazy lady. We're not gonna exchange something for something that you stole. But hey, it's my rant, and we did 2 challenges today. That's cool. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you like what's going on and all the work stories, you should send a like and subscribe if you're wanting to see more. In that case, I will see you guys next time.